Look at all of that primetime playoff football. We are back for a second straight night of Friday Football Fever. This evening, we'll have all the highlights from a busy night of regional round action. Plus, we have a ton of games from last night that we will show you as well. Let's begin in the 6A level with the top-ranked team in the state, the Derby Panthers, hosting Junction City. And the Panthers, they're undefeated this season, and boy, they look posed for a state championship run. Drew Kemp, he's going to drop back, open this game up by finding Desan Brame, and he's going to do exactly that, opening it up. Takes this one all the way to the house to open the scoring. You know, baby Arias Finley, you just knew he would have to get in on the action tonight. He takes the handoff, and look at that burst into the open for a big game. And then Kemp, he would end up capping the drive off. Moments later, he takes it in himself, but Derby Panthers, they cruise to a 42-14 victory. Mays High, they were on the road tonight against Manhattan. This play pretty much sums up the entire night for the Eagles. Manhattan's electric quarterback, Carter Aslan, takes this one to the house. Manhattan, they just roll, but it was an impressive season from Mays High. Just not the way you want to end it. 49-0 the final score. Last night, the Northwest Grizzlies hosted the South Titans, and Northwest, they were all over South from the first snap. John Michael Fountain caps off the opening drive with the touchdown. He is hyped up. Grizzlies running in again, and Augie Fast takes this one and lives up to his name. He finds pay dirt, put Northwest up 14-0. More from Augie Fast. This time a little bit more conventional. Just run up the middle and run someone over on your way to the end zone. Northwest dominant, 62-28. We had a wild game between East High and Dodge City last night. Dodge City gets on the board here over the middle, perfectly thrown pass, hits him in stride for the touchdown. East down 10, 17-7, but Deuce Bohannon takes that one in, makes it a three-point game. And then less than 20 seconds to go. East still down 3. They have to go deep. Robert Hunter, he throws it up. Will Owen says, I got you. Game-winning tutty. Wichita East outlast Dodge City 21-17. As Goddard Eisenhower, they hosted Mays South last night. Fourth down for Eisenhower here. Derek Morgan drops back. His pass is tipped, but what a catch from Carter Pabst. He ties the game up at 13 before halftime. Third quarter action here. After Eisenhower gets an interception, they take control as Morgan takes it around the outside for the touchdown. However, Mays South, they would come right back. Christian McDonald runs this one up the gut and in for 6, but the Tigers of Eisenhower keep rolling with the 37-26 victory. Valley Center, they were on the road against Topeka Seaman. Vikings with the ball here. Fake the jet sweep in Rutrow. Who's home? Nobody. QB takes it all the way for the touchdown. Hornets, though, they had their moments. They obviously had a huge upset win last week. Connor Meyer, he's going to go deep this time. Find Ray J. Logan for the touchdown, but in the end, this one was all Topeka Seaman. They win it by a final score of 43-16. Top-seeded Great Bend was at home tonight against rival Hayes. Indians, though, setting the tempo early. They go deep to Johnny Cano for the touchdown. And upset alert, maybe? Now they're up 2 scores, but here come the Panthers. Daxton Minton, he's going to find Jacob Hall over the middle. Look at the big fella rumbling, stumbling, fumbling all the way into the end for the score. But here was the issue. Hayes can just run the ball on you. They make it a 2-possession lead again, and Hayes gets the huge upset over the top seed in 5A by a final score of 19-14. Last night, the Andale Indians, they didn't waste any time. They were up 60-0 at the half. Andale's Tobin Easter, he's not a starter typically, but that's how good he is. The camera couldn't even keep up with him. He is fast. And why not just go for the 2-point conversion? You got the backups in, might as well make it work. Trent Danzel makes it 68-0 Andale. And then after a Clay Center fumble, Tobin Easter runs in another touchdown as Andale wins that one 74-0. It is now time for our game of the week, and we actually have our second game of the week going on right now. Our featured game tonight is a fun 3A matchup between 4-seed Wichita Collegiate and the defending 3A state champs Cheney. First quarter, Cheney in the red zone. Josh Burdick, he's going to run right, and he throws the ball, and he's going to find his fullback in the flat, and he pushes defenders over, and he fights his way into the end zone for the early lead for Cheney. Now Collegiate's Harrison Simon, he's going to air one out. Falls right into the hands of Jace Robertson, and he takes that back for an interception. big return as they would be deep in collegiate territory. Cardinals defense, they're putting in work. Another ball launched downfield. Dietrich McDaniel, he climbs the ladder for another interception. You can just see the rain coming down in this one. Collegiate's offense held scoreless in the first. Second quarter, Burdick keeps it, finds a clear lane. He is gone for the touchdown. It was 14-0 all the way to the 4-minute mark, and that's when the Spartans get into enemy territory. Bad snap, doesn't matter. Ram it right up the middle. He gets it in, but the kick is blocked, so it is 14-6. So Spartans are attempting an onside kick. Can they get it? No, Cheney is able to fall on it. Here's Josh Burdick, more with the speed. He gets right and far enough for the first down, and that would clinch it. Cheney runs the clock out to keep their season alive. 14-6, the final. So the Cheney Cardinals, they are back in the sectional round of the playoffs after an impressive victory. It was a revenge game for them as they lost to Collegiate earlier this year. Let's bring in KSN's Asia Simone-Smith. She is now live from what looks like a dark oasis. But Asia, how's it going?
Yeah, Zach, the rain tonight was fitting as Cheney Cardinals rained down on Wichita Collegiate, and they are the reigning 3A state champions for a reason. They've punched their ticket to sectionals once again after a dominant offensive performance. The Cardinals came out to a lightning fast start in this game, scoring on the opening drive, but it was the defense that made the difference, earning 3 interceptions in the first half, one leading directly to a touchdown. They kept Collegiate scoreless through 3 quarters, a complete 180 from what we saw just 20 days ago when the Spartans beat Cheney on this same field by 24 points. Cardinals head coach Shelby Werman says some of his guys were sick in that last matchup and their energy was low, but they brought their all tonight. Here's what he had to say about their performance.
We just keep practicing and just keep trying to scheme away and do the best we can with what we're given. And, you know, God sent the rain, and I think that played a little bit of favor on our side tonight. We did change up our defensive coverages a little bit, tried to mix it up instead of just running the same type of coverage every time. And I think that was a big cause for those interceptions that we were able to get.
So Cheney has won 22 of their last 23 games, and they've also now eliminated the only team to beat them in the last 2 seasons. But it's an uphill battle from here. Their next opponent is going to be Andale. We know these 2 teams have lots of history, so it's going to be a good one. Here for you at Wichita Collegiate High School, Asia Simone-Smith, KSN Sports will be right back after the break.
As I mentioned a moment ago, due to the weather, we technically have 2 games of the week for the regional round. Last night, our originally scheduled game of the week was between 2 7-2 teams in Cape and Mount Carmel and the Wellington Crusaders. Now, Cape finding momentum in the second quarter as they are able to get this one, or actually first we're going to show you Wellington as they drop back and launch this one deep for a wide open touchdown. That would really set the tone in this one. More from Capen, though, as they just were able to run it when they needed to at times. On the 4th and 1, they take it right up the gut for the score. How about some more from Capen as they have the momentum now? It's going to be Dylan Burr taking this one up the middle. The camera can't even keep up with them. That would get them the lead. However, the Crusaders, they would just never give up. This is a huge game for them. They're taking on the 5A runner-up from a year ago. This time, Capen, though, gets another touchdown, so they've got the lead. However, we're going to find Grady Norris, and a pretty talented receiver for Wellington. He's able to get this one in, and he scores the touchdown. One more time from Wellington as they're going to throw it wide open, wide receiver there. They would retake the lead, so it all comes down to this for Capen as they are going to drop back. Can Dylan Burr find anyone? He rolls to his right. He's going to end up throwing it deep. Can he pull it off? It ends up getting intercepted off the tip by Wellington. And Wellington, I know it wasn't an upset by seeding, but what a huge win for the Crusaders. Here's their head coach, Jeremy Meeks, after the game.
This is the biggest one of the season. I'm so proud of the guys for the way they played. I told the seniors this is their time. They've built this thing. You know, I took over, we were pretty down. They've done a great job of building this thing back up, and this win is an example of that. We were down. They weren't worried. They were calm. They were more calm than I was. Battled through adversity, and we got the W. Couldn't be more proud of them.
We had a huge matchup up north tonight. Wamego and McPherson once again squared off in the 4A playoffs. Ashton Malm takes the screen pass, finds a tunnel. You can hear the announcer how hyped he is. The entire city of McPherson's on their feet as he takes that one to the house. Mack on offense again. Carter Allen drops back, and he's going to find Malm again in the back of the end zone this time. That would tie the game up. However, heartbreak was in store for the Bullpups. Wamego gets the touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Wamego wins this one by a final score of 20-13. Buhler, they were on the road last night against Mulvane. Wildcats get on the board here as Curtis Carruthers takes it around the edge for the touchdown. How about some more from Mulvane? This time, quarterback Grady Myers, he says, well, if the running back can do it, so can I. He takes it around the edge, up the left sideline for the touchdown, but this one was all Buhler at the end of the day. Brendan Skripsick, talented quarterback, takes it around the edge on the read option. He gets the touchdown. Buhler, they get the win 62-21. Andover Central, they were hosting Winfield last night, and it was all about Mack. He takes it up the middle here for the touchdown, and then more from Archibald this time. A little bit farther out, doesn't really matter. Hard to get a hand on him. He's going to cut left, cut right, back over to the right sideline, make everybody on the defense miss, and he gets another score. Andover Central, they look like one of the best teams in 4A. They get the win 35-7. A soggy night in 2A. Garden Plain hosting Phillipsburg in Cheney, though. Owls facing a fourth down and goal on their opening drive. Max McGregor gets the handoff and will find his way into the end zone. Garden Plain leads 7-0. Phillipsburg with the ball on their next possession. It's going to be Colin Springer. However, Springer's going to fumble it. Possession goes right back to Garden Plain. On Phillipsburg's next possession, they will turn over the ball again. This time, though, Owls don't just scoop it, they score it for the touchdown. Owls defense pitches a shutout as they move on to sectionals after a 28-0 victory. Here's the problem with all these stadiums having turf these days. We just had to show you one multiple from tonight. Marion took on Conway Springs. Springs Isaac Winter, covered in mud. That's disgusting. Takes the rock up the left side here, finds an opening on the sideline, takes that one in for 6. This one, absolute slop, but Conway go on to win by a score of 21-6. All right, here's a few scores from around our area. Heston, they fall to Scott City. Low-scoring game in that one. Weather probably played a part, 9-7. Southeast Saline looks like arguably the best team in 2A right now, 34-7. Hoisington wins 24-19. Here's some other scores from around the area. We'll be right back after the break.